You're listening to BQN. Assimilate the audio.
Infinite diversity.
Live long and prosper, and welcome to Infinite Diversity, a Star Trek Universe podcast, here on the BQN Podcast Collective. I'm your host for today, Thad, and joining me, as always, is my co-host, Chrissy. How are you today?
I'm doing all right. I'm supposed to go do some maneuvers with Nova Squadron in these brand new ships that were designed by Lieutenant Paris himself, and I've never seen so many buttons and knobs and levers. I'm not really sure what to do. How are you doing, Thad?
Well, just don't do the Colford Starburst.
Yeah, what was it? A Boothby, oh shoot, I wrote
Supernova.
A Boothby Supernova? Yeah.
I love that.
Just a Colbert Starburst, yeah. How are you doing, Thad?
Well, it's a good thing we're all here, because if we weren't all here, things would go all sorts of caca, so thankfully we are all here, and the podcast is going to get recorded normally, and there won't be any problems.
Yeah, no shenanigans.
Well, we might have those, but...
Okay, no more shenanigans than normal.
Also joining us today is our wonderful guest, Jenn Tifft of Trek Core fame. Jen, how are you today?
I'm doing great. It's good to be here. I'm ready for all the cockamamie plans.
Excellent.
The best kind.
Before we jump into our topic for the day, we'd like to take a moment to thank our Patreon patrons who make the show possible, particularly our associate producers, Carl Wonders and Chrissie De Clerck-Szilagyi. Listeners, you can hear your name listed as one of our associate producers for a monthly subscription of just $10 at patreon.com/BQN. And with a monthly Patreon subscription of just $5, you can join our BQN Star Trek script table reads. Watch your Patreon messages for information on these and other fun opportunities with your collective. Alright, so we're back again for another chunk of Prodigy. We're going to talk about episodes 15 through 18. So that's Ascension through Touch of Grey. First off, we'll start off with Ascension Part 1. Jen, what do you think of this episode?
I thought this was great. The Ascension two-parter is one of my favorite Star Trek movies. You know?
I like that.
Action-packed, and it's so much fun, and it's so well choreographed, you know? It's great. I'm excited to talk about it.
Chrissy, what'd you think?
Yes, I really liked these episodes. We have the nice little Ascension wordplay there that I'm sure has some deeper meaning that I'm just not getting, which is fine. I like how we start out with Dahl talking about how they've kind of matured over the last few, I guess it would be days, although we really don't know how long they spent trying to get the protostar situated and Chakotay convinced to actually leave the rock. But
I imagine it wasn't more than a couple weeks.
No, probably not more than that. So yeah, and I love how we've got all this. They're interacting not only with each other anymore, they're learning how to interact with everybody else too, and within the structure of Starfleet, but also within like the structure of life, which I think is good and something we all maybe, I was going to say we all struggle with, and maybe not all of us struggle with that, but we all definitely have to deal with it at some point. So
I would say my favorite part of this episode is very true to form, and it's from the beginning when they comment on the uniforms.
Oh,
when
of course.
I knew that was going to be, yeah.
They
And
actually
the badges.
they talk about how the first time they saw that badge was on future Admiral Janeway in Endgame, and I think it's great that they actually like straight up mention that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that too. She did, give us the idea for them, so it makes sense, and it's in a circular time way, which is perfect for for Prodigy. That was a really sweet one-on-one with Janeway and Chakotay. That whole scene was really nice.
Prodigy really seemed to have threaded that needle and given fans who have differing opinions exactly what they wanted to see out of Janeway and Chakotay. Because if you think that they are just a platonic friendship, then you can absolutely see that. Right. But if you think there's something more, you can also absolutely see that.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they really did a good job with that. I think they made everybody happy.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure there's some people who, nothing short of, material
pillow talk.
Nothing short of the material that would have been inappropriate for a children's cartoon would have satisfied them.
That was funny.
Well, some people's children.
Some people's children.
Yeah, I know for me, it's, I'm not a Janeway Chakotay shipper, because,
it's okay. I accept you anyway.
Infinite diversity.
Exactly.
But I think he definitely was in love with her. In Voyager, it felt to me that he definitely had feelings for her, and she did not reciprocate in that way. The man built her a bathtub, and she still wasn't interested. That's romantic.
I do not think she wasn't. I think off screen there was a lot of stuff happening in that episode.
I don't know. Mm-hmm. He's literally the last man on Earth. He built her a bathtub.
There was that monkey.
No, that's true.
Hey, we were trying to think of an episode where they start at one place and then explain how they got there. And that was one.
Yes, that is.
Oh, there you go.
All right,
24 hours earlier.
2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. I knew it had happened in Star Trek. It just wasn't very common. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Apologies, Jen. That was...
It's okay. I was just going to rag on Chakotay a little bit more.
That's allowed.
That's okay.
That is absolutely allowed.
Mm-hmm.
No, I thought it was sweet, honestly, how they really dialed up how obvious it is that Chakotay is in love with Janeway in Prodigy. Mm-hmm. I thought it was actually really sweet and really well done. And he's endearing. I really love this version of Chakotay. And again, exactly like you said, that you can see what you want to see. And there's some good moments. They share some looks. Some definite, not one-sided looks, together, and
yeah, Prodigy is definitely a good case study for separating the art from the artist for me, because I think Robert Beltran does an amazing job as Chakotay in this season.
He does
and
such a good
I'm
job.
less than enthused with his off-screen behavior.
Yeah. Well, can't have everything.
Yeah. It's a challenge, but I can't deny that his performance of Chakotay in Prodigy is just spot on.
I think it's the best Chakotay. It's the best 100% performance of Chakotay we have ever had.
For sure.
Prodigy.
100%.
And I will say, Ascension, Chrissy, you were trying to look for more than just the wordplay with Ascension. We do have Zero ascending to from their corporeal body back to the non-corporeal body. So there's that Ascension.
Yeah. Missed an opportunity for the koala, but I don't think that really would have fit. Maybe we'll
so many other references. 3. Why couldn't they have referenced the koala?
Yeah.
It obviously wouldn't have happened because we hadn't encountered the koala yet, but it would have been amazing if in Picard season 1, when Picard is half dead and is talking to dead Data, if the koala had been there at the same time.
Just randomly have the koala there, that would have been amazing.
Well, they were in the office. It could have just been like a stuffed koala sitting on the mantle. And then in Generations, when Kirk is dying, there's a little koala coming out from the side of the rocks. And, there's one in the back of the warp core and Wrath of Khan. And...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they could Photoshop all these in, for sure.
A koala on the scimitar and Nemesis, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, the koala just hanging out on the rocks behind the Armis pool in Skin of Evil.
Oh,
yes, of course. He's sitting on top of the shuttle. Just watching.
Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Our heroes returned at the end of last week, but we are basically getting debriefed and figuring out what's going on this week. And unfortunately, it appears that the Doctor can't do anything more for Zero's body than Hollow Janeway could.
Yeah, Zero handles it really well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're obviously wise beyond their years in so many ways. We see that.
We also don't know how many years they have. They might just be wise for their years.
Right. They say we don't age like corporeals do, so these are some pretty, we talk about the complicated time and physics of Prodigy, but these are also, complicated storylines for children and I think that they're done really well and they're important. They're especially the Zero storyline. I think it's so Star Trek. I just love it so much.
I was kind of surprised, especially considering how much they have in other Star Trek, even in Prodigy in season 1. I was really surprised that we didn't get a Dr. Soong name drop here when they were talking about creating a synthetic body.
Oh yeah.
Well.
For a while there, it really seemed like modern Star Trek was the Soong cinematic universe.
Actually, I'm kind of relieved they didn't go there.
I said I was surprised. I didn't say I was mad.
This is more of a containment suit than a actually
right. But before they did the
positronic
containment suit,
and,
they were talking about an actual bot, like a different, more synthetic body. Yeah. But they didn't have time to do that.
Oh yeah, because they did name drop the Daystrom Institute, didn't they? Right? Yeah. But Jankum can do it. That's a miracle worker right there. I guess he just 3D printed it.
Yeah. I love it. There's one aspect of the fact that this is a kid's show, because anywhere else, be like, you want a cadet to design the thing instead of having the premier cybernetic institute of, the galaxy do it. Okay, sure. But for a kid show, it works.
Yeah, for a kid show, it works. And he wanted, his family to be a part of it. And they wanted their, family member to be a part of it, which is kind of cool too. And I'm just
trust there.
Yeah, trust, exactly. I like that. And I just love the way they frame it too, of when they do have that conversation, and Zero talks about being excited to be able to feel like themselves, but also to look like themselves, which, oh my gosh, is so great. And
yes.
And I love that for them that meant the similar containment body, before, because that's how, that's how I like to think about Zero. And I was relieved that the one that they lost when they when they crashed in the supercomputer, that one looked like an Apple product, so I wasn't too sad to see that one go.
Yeah, I like the older design better.
Yeah, so I love the design that they ended up with. Is my favorite Zero suit, so I thought that was cool.
Oh yeah.
You didn't like I-Zero?
No, yeah, I-Zero, exactly. Ugh, it was just too corporate.
So yeah, it looks like Starfleet does not want them to keep working on fixing the time loop.
Jellicoe, man, such a buzzkill.
Yeah.
continue to be disappointed that he never says "get it done."
Oh yeah, that's a missed opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Maybe next season if we get we'll hold season 3 out there for these things. It's felt off to me that Chakotay was like, yeah, we probably should go back. Tyces we don't know well enough, I feel like. Although it felt off to me too, but because Janeway's all like, oh well, let's just go do this anyway, and they're like, are you sure?
I don't know. When you have a whole department of temporal investigations, you know, they were kind of experts on this kind of thing. I seem at least considering, like, okay, well, we don't have to do everything ourselves. You know, but at that point, it was, you know, less of a, we got to get this done now. You know, because they did then change their tones really quick. You know, once Ascension showed up, so.
Yeah. Well, it becomes a different thing.
Yeah.
I love how Ascension has just, like, become completely 100% evil and just, like, totally embraced it. And Jamila Jamil voices it so well.
Yes. She's such a highlight for me of the season. She's amazing. Her delivery. She's obviously like an over-the-top super villain, but she's also but she also has like this depth to her of like I think part of it is that her motivation is so clear. You know, she's not she's evil, but she's not like just evil for evil's sake, you know?
Right.
She's just great. She's what a great. And I love the contrast between her and Gwen and her younger self, and you know, just everything. She's honestly becoming one of my favorite Star Trek villains. She's
awesome.
So awesome. She's very complex, and I like that a lot.
I said this in a previous episode, but I really, really like the whole nature versus nurture aspect here, where we get Iltheron and young Ascension, and they are not bad. And it's all entirely to do with what happened in their lives and the choices they made that made them that way, but not that they were always or destined to be that way. And I think that's a really good message to give to kids.
Yes.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. For me, I get that aspect of it. I do. I also just think, though, that like the Diviner's so evil that I just can't believe that there's no indication that he was ever like a bad person before everything happened. You know what I'm saying? Like I the example I gave in my review was Ebenezer Scrooge in A Christmas Carol. Mm-hmm. Like, he's just like a selfish jerk. You can imagine going back in time to a point when he was younger and more idealistic and not a selfish jerk. That's believable to me. But to go from being like this completely like normal, you know, loving, you know, father figure that we see in Iltheron to being like literally having child slaves in a mine. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's so evil that it's hard for me to square the two, you know? And sure. I think I like, and I do understand it's hard because, and actually this is part of what's hard about parenting in general, is that the lessons, there's always conflicting lessons, because you're right. It is important to teach kids, you know, that, you know, it's to kind of like maybe have sympathy for people because their situations might have led them to where they are, and that's important. But I think it's also important to there's no how do I put this? Like, there's gotta be like some indication that somebody's can turn that. I don't believe someone could flip a switch that big from like that, go from 0 to you know, child slavery. I guess. I mean,
yeah, I do understand where you're coming from there, but at the same time, I feel like your entire world destroying itself is a gonna have a huge impact on you.
Yeah, but I don't see any situation that would turn like you, Thad, or me, or you, Chrissy, into a person as evil as the Divine. I don't think any of us would leave our child to die on murder no matter what happened.
Haven't I told you about the child sweatshop I'm running?
Right, exactly. I would be very surprised to hear that. You know, like if that came out, I would be shocked. You know? Yeah. But I figure if someone does turn into, you know, running a child sweatshop, you would think there would be some indication that they were evil beforehand.
Maybe he had a stroke and it destroyed part of his brain.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, you're right.
I mean, nothing against stroke victims. I'm saying literally.
Literally, you can change. Your brain can change with that.
Like the
brain damage with accidents.
Like Phineas Gage, the guy with the with the spike in his head.
Yeah. Actually, we could work that in because he was injured, and the Diviner had that suit, and he had to have that.
That's true.
You know,
oh yeah, because why was he in that weird
that stuff? Yeah.
Yeah, the weird Star Wars tank. Yeah.
But back to tank.
Darth Vader.
Right, that's what it is. No, I think it's just my hang-up because I totally get what they're going for.
Yeah.
And I actually kind of like that. It's like, okay, well now they kind of recreated the history of this. Like the Civil War still happens. It just happens sooner than it did in the original time, and that's kind of neat too. And then he's on the one side, and I like that, and it kind of jives with how Strange New Worlds did their time travel too this season, with tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. You know, like this was supposed to happen in the 90s, and it's what's happening in, you know, wherever they went, whatever time they went when they went.
I've been stuck here for 30 years.
Yeah, that's right. Stuck here for 30 years. This is what's happened in the 90s. So that's kind of neat. Yeah. So. So I totally I just give it a pass, but I think it might just be my own hangups about maybe just current events seeing a little bit more of a black and white of people who are.
This just occurred to me. This didn't occur. This mental image didn't come to me when we talked about tomorrow last year, but it just popped into my head now. You're talking about that and timeline changing, and now I'm just imagining a scene in a modern version of Space Seed where Paul Wesley is talking to whoever plays Khan in sickbay, and he said, "How are the Maple Leafs doing?" or something like that.
I love that.
It was off screen. It's fine.
I love that.
So anyway, in Ascension Part 1, we get Ascension shows up with a big ass ship.
Yeah.
Pretty badass looking ship too. Yeah. Do we know what it's called? I don't remember if they said.
I don't think it ever gets a name.
Probably just the Rev something.
I was about to ask that because I didn't remember seeing that either.
All their ships are the Rev whatevers. Rev 1, Rev 2. But it's pretty
I'm now
badass.
Googling this, but I'm guessing it doesn't have a name.
Yeah.
We could add that to the list of things we asked Aaron.
Yeah, make a list of important canon questions like that.
Yeah, I don't think it has a name. And yeah, so now I like when we so rarely get to see space battles using the sort of thing that you would actually normally you would think you would see in real life, which is the fighters are out doing stuff and then the big ship and trading blows at the same time, a la Battlestar Galactica or actual naval battles on Earth and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, Star Trek has been very low on small fighter type.
Yeah. I'm thinking like all those battles in the Dominion War where it's all like big starships slugging it out with each other. You don't see a whole bunch of little fighters doing their thing.
Right.
No.
It's used to great effect here with the Nova Flyers.
Yes.
Yes.
You're so great. That's
I like
so
those.
much fun. Yeah, I love that, and I love that everybody was a hero in this one. Everybody got a moment to be a hero, which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
there's some good foreshadowing at the end of the season when Gwen talks about. She says something like, "If the protostar goes down, I'm going with it."
yeah.
Like, oh, that sounds very captain-y.
Well, I mean, that had
so.
been, as intended, that had been in my head ever since we saw that thing in The Devourer of All Things that Dal wasn't supposed to see.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's good like that.
And I do like that throughout this season, Dal is himself coming to terms with that and then accepting it as actually a good thing. And it almost makes you wonder if it was sort of a predestination thing. Like, if he hadn't seen that vision of the future, would he have ever gotten to that place?
Yeah. That's an idea.
Yeah, and I think Dal will be a great captain someday. You know, he's got great strategic instincts in this episode. You know, he comes up with the
and most first officers do end up being captains someday.
Exactly. Yeah.
Someday, eventually.
Hey, Will Riker had plenty of chances.
He did. He kept pulling the chair out, and he kept refusing to sit down.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking, like, all of our main character first officers, I guess we don't know if T'Pol ever becomes a captain in the regular timeline, but
She
totally
doesn't
would have.
in the
She
novels.
wanted
I can't remember.
yeah,
If she wanted to.
Yeah, I don't think she wants it.
probably not.
Yeah,
But she could have.
She could have.
Yes.
For sure.
But
That's my dream cameo for Lower Deck season 5.
T'Pol
Yeah.
that'd be good.
in Lower
Old.
Decks, interesting, extremely old
Extremely
T'Pol.
old. Well, yeah.
Like, I think it would be a good
Because
cameo in
all of
Strange New
T'Pol-
Worlds because it would be
Yeah.
believable at that era.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I
Well,
meant.
she
What
could be
did
a
I say?
holographic.
You
What
said
did I
Lower
say? I
Decks.
said Lower Decks. I meant Strange New Worlds. Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Old to that's what I meant. Old to Paul
Yeah.
and Strange New Worlds.
I absolutely agree.
Yeah. I want them to old make up her Jolene how does she pronounce it? Jolene Blaylock.
Blaylock, I assume?
Jolene Blaylock. I want them to old age make up her again and do a better, like 2024 old age makeup instead of
Yeah.
aughts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I used to say that she was probably never gonna show up, but she went to that Star Trek Day thing the other year,
Right.
so we know that she's, like, at least still somewhat attached.
I mean,
So, it could happen.
it could happen. It could happen.
I mean, I doubt that's what Anson Mount was referring to when he said that there was something wilder than last season, this season, in Strange New Worlds.
Yeah.
No, because that's actually probably
No,
going to
they're
be the Doctor Who crossover.
No, it's... No, but I think Jonathan Frakes directed it because he at one point he tweeted something that said he just directed his favorite, something like his favorite hour of television he's ever directed or something like that.
Yes, he did.
So,
wow.
We're gonna did something crazy.
Are you team no Doctor Who crossover, Jen?
I'm team no Doctor Who crossover in Star Trek. If they want to do it on Doctor Who, that's fine.
I agree, and I actually think that's where it's going to be. I think, especially because it was Doctor Who that made the announcement, not Star Trek, that there was going to be a thing.
Yeah.
I do think, and it was Doctor Who that teased a crossover earlier this season. I think it will be on Doctor Who, and I think that will make it it's a lot easier for Star Trek if it's not actually in Star Trek, and we don't have to try to explain it.
Yeah.
Because we know Trek exists in the Doctor Who universe because it's mentioned.
Right.
Yeah, so
like, it's just gonna be like an alternate timeline or something that they that they go to, and I want it to be on Doctor Who as well, and I think it will be.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine that panel is going to be anything other than some sort of announcement of some kind of crossover. It's not going to be that they're both going to be in a commercial or something like that.
Yeah.
It's going to be something bigger than that.
Does it have to be anything, or could it, I don't know.
Could it just
Do
be
they
them
just have-
talking?
Just them having,
That'd be
needing to advertise at the same
love
time.
that.
I don't know.
I think that I would love that. I think the panel would be amazing. I just don't see that happening. I would see that more if it was like some of the writers and not the two heads of the franchises.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for bringing out Alex Kurtzman for that.
And of course, listeners, by the time this episode comes out, that will have already happened, I think.
Oh.
I think so. We're recording a bit ahead of time, so...
Yeah, so next week will be the one we recorded on Monday.
Yep.
And then the week
So
after,
that'll be
it'll be a
be
couple days
just
after that panel has already happened. So listeners,
Yeah.
you can laugh at us about being completely wrong, and that there's actually us not realizing that the new series Star Trek TARDIS is coming to Disney+.
Oh, my.
That was why Paramount had so much trouble selling themselves, because they were trying to get Star Trek moved over to Disney, and then
Oh, man.
we all cry.
Okay, if Star Trek actually went over to Disney, the crossover that they would absolutely be pushing would not be Doctor Who, though. It would be Star
No, it
Wars.
wouldn't be.
Yeah.
I know. And I would be very unhappy to see that.
Yeah, two great tastes that not together.
Yeah. Unless it was that Star Wars is a holo novel.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
That's acceptable. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They could do anything. If they make it a holodeck, they can make any.
Yeah. Actually,
Do more X-Men Star Trek crossovers. If it's Disney
and you could do
right?
Doctor Who the same way.
Yeah.
You could. So there's always the holodeck.
I did really like how they did the Doctor Who crossover in the comics, where we got to see both the 4th Doctor with the TOS crew and the 10th Doctor with the TNG crew, and they were like doing
Oh, that's
flashbacks
cool.
and stuff. I really enjoyed that.
That sounds like fun. And do whatever you want in the comics.
Yeah,
Like-
and the Cybermen and the Borg had teamed up because why not?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I'll be right back.
I mean, the comics did Star Trek Transformers, where the Enterprise herself turned into a Transformer. So,
I mean, why not?
and they did Planet of the
that's
Apes
awesome.
as well. I have not
Planet
read
of
that
the
one,
Apes.
but I know they did it. So yeah, there all sorts of weird stuff happened in the comics.
Was there Ninja Turtle?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. I remember they made those Ninja Turtles that were wearing the Star Trek uniforms, like the action figures.
well they had some way back in the 90s, and then they
Yes.
actually had some new ones relatively recently, I think.
Well, I was so mad that Donatello was not Scotty. But I didn't even buy it. Like, I couldn't even buy it.
You're right
Like,
on
I
that.
can't even look at you right now. Like, Donatello does machines. That's what
Yeah,
he
no.
does.
Donatello is absolutely engineering
He
division.
would
You
be
are
Scotty.
correct. All right. Well, I think we've covered most of part 1 of Ascension and some other things.
Part 2, yeah.
Let's move on to part 2.
The
This is
logical
where
wackadoo moves.
we get the wackadoo moves that
Oh, yeah.
Ascension cannot anticipate.
Right. Like we mentioned, the Boothby supernova. It's amazing.
Yep,
Mhm.
I love that.
Lovely.
And a Jaeger loop.
Yeah, we get
Yeah.
the Jaeger loop reference. Yeah.
Well, Jaeger loop is, easy and not dangerous. So
Yeah.
Oh, this Magell gets to be the hero. Zero gets to be the hero. They all like
Zero went from 0 to hero.
0 to hero. Oh, again. They have a habit of doing that.
Oh yeah, we did get the scene at the very end of part 1. We learned that Ascension has Wesley hostage, which is how
Oh,
she's
yeah.
gotten all this
Yes.
fancy stuff.
I love how she calls him her pet.
Her pet traveler.
Time Lord. Oh yeah, those are Time Lord. Her pet traveler. I think maybe she calls him that.
She calls him a traveler.
Yeah. Her pet traveler. Did my pet traveler tell you that?
No, they don't use. They do not use the word Time Lord.
I know. I
had
had Time Lord in my head.
Well, it's because that interview that the Hagemans did with Trek Core that was on Weekly Trek, they do refer to Wesley as a Time Lord there.
Just to make things difficult.
You're right. Well, because we all know what that means, so
Yeah. Close enough.
Master of space and time.
We've got the good old sci-fi trope of the thing that makes time go really fast, and
love it.
Yes.
Yep.
I like how the doctor says that he can't do it because his emitter will rust and he'll go away into geriatric oblivion. And I just love those words.
It's a very Doctor turn of phrase.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that too. I love, Tysus. It's pretty awesome. He's low key one of my favorites.
Oh, Tysus is great.
He's so great. He takes a temporal blast to save his ensign. Here, which is kind of cool. It's kind of like a Captain Pike move. So
he didn't know it was going to be a temporal blast. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, and I like that. I like that too. That the doctor could fix him up. He's just like, oh yeah, I'll just do. I forget what I didn't write down what the technobabble was.
I didn't either.
I'll just do whatever, and he'll be fine.
I mean, you could just do what they did with Pulaski.
Oh yeah, Pulaski. Or
remember, transporter
wasn't
pattern.
Chakotay old?
Yes.
Yeah.
In Scientific Method.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It was Scientific Method. That's great.
Neelix was also old. Yeah.
That's right, and they were trading old man.
Well, Neelix wasn't old. He was being turned into that other species.
Right. Yeah, his DNA.
Melian, I think.
They activated his DNA. Yeah.
Melian or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It was his grandfather or great grandfather. So that's what I was thinking. He was old.
And Chakotay was losing his hair, and
yeah,
that was not some good. That was not very good looking old man in makeup. On Chakotay.
Star Trek, its age makeup is not one of its. There's a reason we get the Emmys for sound editing and not age makeup.
Yeah, I like the. Somebody did a meme during Picard season 3. It was just like what Paramount thought the actors would look like in the future,
that's
and then
fun.
what they actually
look like. That's fun.
Yeah, so obviously, as soon as this happened, I know for me it was clear. Oh, Zero's going to go through and lose the body. That was
yeah.
And.
Yeah.
But it's still a very heroic thing to do.
Oh, for sure.
An obvious thing to do. Yeah.
And honestly,
it was still poignant.
I wasn't 100% sure that they could survive that.
Yeah, we don't know how Medusan physiology works.
We didn't know. Could they go back to non-corporeal from corporeal? Yeah. Did Zero know if they could go back to non-corporeal from corporeal?
Can they just exit the dead body and be a cloud of Medusan?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, apparently they can.
They can.
But did even Zero know that for sure?
Yeah, I don't know.
But that just makes it even more heroic.
Yeah, and maybe not because this is true. They say something. What do they say? Like, I don't know if this is the end or the beginning of my journey or something like that. Mm-hmm. So maybe not. Maybe they didn't know for sure what would happen, but they basically grow old and die to save everybody. Yeah. Like, so they got to they experienced what that was like, like regardless of the fact that they live to tell the tale. Mm-hmm. Wow. Pretty big stuff. And the new body, which we talked about.
It's pretty heavy stuff for a kid.
Heavy stuff, yeah.
New body, but can still feel touch, which is great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Majel touches the, I don't know, dome, what do you call it, face, I guess.
Yeah.
and Zero's like, ooh.
Face portion. Yeah. They show how he's got like touch receptors on his hands, but you don't realize that it's everything, and that's
everywhere.
really cool.
Yeah.
Those hands are gonna get some use off screen in a scene that would not have allowed this to remain a kids show.
Oh no!
Oh yes.
Oh come on! Are you saying? Do you not ship Zero and Majel?
We do
of
see
course.
them do the Vulcan
they
finger
do
touch.
the Vulcan making out thing. Yeah,
they're making out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty hardcore for Vulcans.
Yep, one of my favorite jokes is if you think about the fact that Vulcans touching fingers is like kissing, that you really have to respect that Vulcan that was willing to just straight up make out with Zefram Cochrane.
This is true.
True. Yeah, she is. He was like, "Okay, I'll shake your hand." Yeah.
They are so adorable together. It's
they're really cute.
Yeah, I love it.
I definitely ship it.
Mm-hmm.
They really do. They do a good job of showing their connection.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just with the little things, like giving us the little insights into their psychic talks. You know, we're privy to that, and no one else in the show is. You know, it's just kind of nice. It's kind of cute. Like we get to hear.
So, Jen, I'll ask you the question that I keep going back and forth on, depending on the scene. Is the white spot on Magel's hair an actual white spot, or is it the light shining on Magel's head?
It's a white spot because it's a reference to Pal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You do know the answer to this. Awesome.
I believe Aaron Walke confirmed that she
Of course
is...
he did.
that she
Again,
is
on the list of things to ask.
The House of T'Pau. So it's a reference to that. So I would go with that. It's actually a white spot. Maybe dyed that way. I don't know. Because
T'Pau has like the white braids.
But it's like, who knows if that's like a sign of the house or or whatever. But she doesn't have it in Enterprise, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say she didn't have it when she was Magel's age.
Yeah.
But also her hair was a different color entirely on Enterprise, so that's a whole other thing. Because it's definitely, I'm looking at T'Pau Memory Alpha now, and it's definitely black, as black can be on TOS, and it is very much dark brown in Enterprise.
Yeah. Well, the girl can dye her hair.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Anyone, I meant anyone, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, so
dye their hair.
I feel like keeping the maintenance on having a dyed triangle on your bangs would be annoying.
Vulcans like precision, you know. I can see that being like a...
I mean, would it be that difficult in the 24th century when you can probably just take a shine a light on it thing? And
that's fair.
Yeah, because you don't have to
probably set your sonic shower to do it.
Yeah, because you don't have to sit there and bleach your hair and color it or whatever, because we see the light wavy hair color thing in TNG, right?
Mr.
Speaking
Model
of sonic showers, speaking of sonic showers, this is actually going back to a few episodes because
Sonic toilet.
Forgot to mention it. Yes,
I
do not like the idea of the sonic
implications
toilet.
of the sonic toilet.
So, the idea of the sonic shower is that it knocks all the dirt off.
Yeah. So Starfleet officers don't wipe their asses.
Right. But beyond that,
sonic bidet.
The water in the toilet also keeps things from smelling.
Well, how fast does it work? You know?
Yeah. Okay.
I guess I don't know. Because what is it? Because we know from our dear friend Trip Tucker that the poop gets recycled into replicated matter.
Mm-hmm.
So it probably pretty quickly gets removed. You know what I mean? And sent to matter replicate. You know, what did they call it? Not matter.
Well, on DS9 they called it waste extraction, which does not sound comfortable at all.
Oh my!
No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. See, I thought of that as just like cleaning, like the toilet after. Maybe it uses like a sonic cleaning thing or a sonic flush, something.
Yeah, I don't like I do not feel comfortable with the concept of sound waves wiping my butt. Personally,
I mean,
yeah, no, I
wasn't
wasn't thinking. I was
it
like,
might feel good. To be honest,
I'm not saying I wasn't even going there. I was saying I don't. It just doesn't feel truly hygienic to me.
You're right. Yeah. Well, I think that about sonic showers in general. It's like I don't know. Maybe it's just because I was raised taking water showers, but
yeah,
so was I.
Right.
Funny,
exactly.
amazing coincidence.
Amazing coincidence.
Works, yeah.
That I don't think I can feel clean in a sonic shower, but so maybe they don't have that hang up that we do.
I wonder, because they talk about. Like, there's a couple times they talk about how the sonic shower is so much better, and I just have trouble with this because, like, I really like a hot shower. Like,
me
that
too.
feels
Yeah,
amazing.
It feels amazing. Yeah. I mean, again, the sonic shower might feel amazing too.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I imagine like having like some kind of like micro transporter just taking all of the dirt off of you. Which again is not necessarily sonic, but like
it's not as satisfying as like washing it off of you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Like
no, I get
clean
that it
feel,
could work.
Yeah.
But like, I'm having trouble wondering why you wouldn't want a normal shower.
Yeah. And they have pipes.
Well, okay.
Because we've seen things like bathtubs and things like that.
But remember,
and it creates steam. We see that in lower decks somehow.
That's amazing.
I remember in one of the original series novels, this is going back, that the reason they actually explained the reason for the sonic showers was to conserve water and conserve weight. But I think it might even be...
Why would that matter in space?
I don't
Conserving water, sure, but why would weight matter at all?
Well, it matters in the modern day of trying to get things off of the ground. Yes, once you're up in space, it doesn't matter. That's
sure.
Yes, and you have transporters, and there's a lot of reasons why that wouldn't necessarily make sense. But I have a very distinct memory of one of the Star Trek novels.
Also, I would imagine, like, the water would be a closed loop. Like, as with everything else, it would just get recycled into whatever else it wants.
I mean, you can clean. Yeah, they can clean that water pretty easily with.
It would go the same. It would go the same place that the stuff in the sonic toilet goes. Yeah. I mean,
right. Yeah. And how do you clog a sonic toilet? Because that's what
I wondered that as well.
I'm like, oh, that's really bad.
Well, he does just say it's out of order. He doesn't necessarily
does he say it's out of order?
Oh, that's true.
I just went straight to clogged in my mind.
Well, that's the most logical.
Yeah, well, that's how we would normally consider an out of order toilet here.
Right. Oh no. No, but I love that they added that to the canon because it's fun to have this discussion, this ridiculous discussion.
A poop question, sir?
Right? Exactly. I love the poop questions.
Yeah, these are important things. You have to answer these questions.
Especially
maybe it's just that they call it all sonic and it's like a catch-all.
Yeah.
Because
like you can have like a sonic toothbrush.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
And there's still water. You still put water on it. So maybe
that's the point.
You have like a combination.
Yeah.
Water.
Okay.
Maybe the sonic
like,
shower isn't no water. It's just less.
It's just less water. Yeah.
Okay, but like if we're talking sonic toothbrush, if we're talking about like the kind of things you have in our world today. It's not actually the sound of the toothbrush that does it.
Exactly. It's just called
That's what I'm
sonic.
saying.
But I'm just saying in the terms of like vibrations, I guess.
It's the vibration, but it's not that's not from the sound. The sound is the after effect of the vibration, not the other way around.
Yeah. And in lower decks there actually is a sound. Like where they turn it on. That made me laugh. That scene really made me laugh.
There was a sound.
So good.
I feel like we also hear the sound in Voyager.
Who do we?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Extreme Risk.
Oh, that's right, because it was malfunctioning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Well, who knows?
I really like the how that Zero couldn't destroy or power down the weapon, but he was able to redirect it, and they came up with that really great plan. That was a really, I mean, it's brave of Majel, but it's also just a really clever plan. It's like, oh well, we've got another Starfleet ship it can follow. Let's take advantage of it and blow the hell out of Ascension's
Force
ship,
it to destroy itself.
She didn't see coming.
Yeah.
Her pet traveler hid that possibility from her, which was also awesome. I might be going into the next episode. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I was like,
where did that end?
This episode, the one thing I do want to talk about in this episode is that it's great that we find out that Wesley tricked Ascension.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By showing her a possible future, but not necessarily the one that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
He hid the good possibility from her, which is great.
So now we will go on to the next episode, Brink.
That's right.
I think it's the shortest title this season.
Yeah. It's a Voyager title.
It is very much a Voyager title.
So I love we have Star Trek meets the Harry Potter universe with the invisibility cloak.
Oh yeah, that was really
Giggling gives it away.
Scene really directly stolen from, I don't remember, I think it's book 3 when they're all trying to go somewhere under the cloak and they're stepping on each other's toes, which is just adorable in both contexts.
Yeah, very cute.
They meet up with young good Ascension on the planet and find out that Wesley Crusher is here. Because they have gone there to rescue Iltheron. They didn't know Wesley was there.
And get info.
Yeah. And now they're going to split the party.
We thought you meant team spirit. No, I meant literally.
To be fair, Wesley really did not explain it as well as he thought he did.
No.
Right.
Because he's like, don't you remember this, all these things that he never told them?
Yep. That's the problem with dealing with travelers. They think that they've told you something, and it turns out it was in a different timeline entirely.
I really loved the line, "We thought you meant team spirit," though. That was great.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
And it's a very Star Trek thing to do, to try to save everybody instead of just, the mission critical thing, So she made a very Star Trek decision. Most of the time that works out for our crews.
I want to know what Gwyn said when she was pretending to be that unconscious guard to elude suspicion.
I love that.
Because they all laughed and walked away, so I really wonder what it was.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure the writers have something in mind.
Yeah. Put that on the list.
Yeah, yep. I thought that was funny. They're like, can they see us? You see it from the guard's perspective. It's like this ragtag group of weird kids. That just blink in and out.
It's and a brick wall. I figure people most look at rock and just see like an anthropomorphized brick wall. I mean, I know that's kind of what you're supposed to think with a brick are, but I can't imagine running into someone like that for the first time. Just like, wait, what?
I also really like when Rock tells them to shuffle quieter.
Yeah, it's cute.
Go shuffle.
I mean, this episode is basically a heist. They're off to... And the heist to Wesley seems to work out, but unfortunately the other one didn't, and they all get trapped. And I love how, because they clearly didn't plan this, but I love how Gwyn and Dal are already like of one mind. They clearly are a perfect captain and first officer.
Yeah.
As she like says, we would love for us all to escape together, but, and then Dal immediately knows what she means and pulls out
got the plan.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
It's
so
great.
Good.
And Iltheron and Wesley Crusher get beamed to the bridge of Voyager, and Wesley faints.
Yep.
Poor Wesley.
Yeah.
He's had a rough little while here.
Yeah. Few months. I think it's months he's been trapped there. Even a Time Lord.
Yeah. And we did find out here when Wesley was explaining the things he thought he had already explained that he had deliberately gotten captured because he manipulated it so that Ascension created the device they needed to go back and start the time loop, which I thought was kind of cool.
Was pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a bold gamble. There, bold gambit. But I think that was the only timeline that he could see where it would work out. So
sort of a Doctor Strange moment there.
Yeah. I get that. That one went through my head too. How many timelines did you see? And how many did we win? Exactly one.
All right, so now we are on to Touch of Grey. I find a Touch of Grey adds an air of distinction.
Or a Grateful Dead song.
Yeah, that's
okay. I'll take your word for it.
That was the first thing that came to my mind was the Grateful Dead song, and then Shades of Grey.
Yeah,
came to my mind too.
Yeah, it turns out Prodigy has all been in Riker's feverish mind the whole time.
I was like, oh, are we getting a clip show here? What? This close to the end of the season?
No, it was, Gray from Discovery was going to show up. That was
right. Oh, yeah. There you go. Yeah. No, I really enjoyed this episode. This is actually one of my favorites.
Yeah, this is a good one.
This is a highlight for me.
They never explain how Ascension managed to capture that loom.
No.
And I'd be very curious about that.
That would be very interesting, yeah. I'm sure, well, it probably got lured there because she is Wesley.
Yeah, maybe.
So I'm not sure.
But how did she manage to capture it and keep it prisoned?
Keep it there.
Yeah.
That's really cool, though. I like that idea.
Mm-hmm. And that they sort of work with it because they know that it wants to escape as badly as they do. Yeah. I like that. Yeah,
I like that too. Yeah, that was great. Yeah, because it wasn't. I mean, it was bad in the sense that it was trying to kill them, but it wasn't. It didn't have animosity towards them in particular. It just wanted to leave. Same thing they wanted. But I love the design of the loom. I think it's a really interesting looking creature. My kids called them Time Blight Ganon. If you're a Legend of Zelda fan.
Yes, okay.
It's just this weird, bizarre creature. It looks like he's got a mask on, and it just embodies this element of time.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
So that was fun. We had fun with that.
I also get Stranger Things vibes from them.
Yes, definitely.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Definitely Demogorgon vibes. Yeah. Very cool. Oh, I love it. I love the design. Very cool.
Yeah. So Janeway, Chakotay, the Doctor, and Wesley are all going to go to the planet.
What a team! I love it. Who thought we'd get that?
How did she manage to convince Tysus to let her go down to this planet?
Again, kid show.
Yeah. Well,
And we do get the scene where Wesley says, "Oh, I hear you talk to my mom. How is she?" Says, "You should ask her yourself."
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Also, I mean, come on, Wesley. I know you're, a traveler. You're going through all of time and space, so it may not seem like that long to you, but you really should check in with your mom from time to time.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not cool. Particularly because he could literally do it anytime.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, he could be like, oh, I haven't seen her in a while. Let me go visit her 5 years ago to make up for that.
Yeah.
You know?
That's good. Yes, he could. He could be there for every birthday or,
Yeah.
Christmas or Space Christmas or whatever.
Well, he did go to Troy and Riker's wedding.
True.
He did. He did manage to get there.
So.
I'm a really big fan of Ascension in this one.
Oh, yeah, she's great.
Jamil's on top of her game with this. I love the fact that she just straight up cold cock shot Janeway, because why do more villains not do that?
I know, right?
Yeah. It's like, okay, wow,
because they'd rather tell them their evil plans.
Right, exactly. So that was nice, even though we knew, that it wasn't.
Now we're feeling like an episode of License to Spiel, because Carl and I always talk about this, about how every villain, rather than just freaking shooting James Bond in the head, they've got to do some sort of weird game with him in which he's gonna end up winning.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put you. God, is that in the Austin Powers where he explained, I'm gonna put you in this room and assume that everything goes exactly to plan? And it might be in something else that was making fun of this.
Might be Austin Powers. It sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Well, I like how she it's a pretty bold move too, just to shoot Jay. Like she's very strategic in that she figured out that there aren't any more ships coming to help. So she knew, like, oh, that's literally this captain, this Admiral Janeway is the only thing standing in my way. So I'm just gonna eliminate her, and then
the lack
some great overacting from the Doctor.
The lack of ships makes sense.
Absolutely.
Because
they're all helping the Romulan invasion.
They're doing the Romulan thing.
Yeah.
But even beyond that, they lost a ton of ships just a couple months ago.
Yes, the construct battle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And I Solom's pretty far away too, I think.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Otherwise, they would have made first contact a long time ago.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, it completely fits.
Like, I know she was pretending to be Janeway's attaché, but like, how far did that go? Was that a long con that involved her like going through the academy and stuff? Because I feel like if it was,
I think we talked about this in season 1.
I know. Yeah, I think we did. But like, I feel like if that was, then she would have read the history of Starfleet at some point and been like, they seem to get out of these things even if they don't have help. They seem to know what they're doing. They seem to know how to function on their own. So again, I think this is an indicator that perhaps there was not the longer con of such things. Right. So
that's funny.
Yeah. It's the strangest thing. Unless the ship has this logo that says UPN in the corner of all their security video feeds, they usually just die.
Yeah, it's weird.
Classic.
But yeah, no, this was clever. I like how she straight up says that, and then we think for a second that Janeway might have died.
Yeah, that surprised me. And then I was like, well, wait. And then I thought for a moment that it was the Janeway hologram and they had swapped. And I was like, when would they have done that? That doesn't make sense. So, yeah.
Well, it's kind of funny because I think, like, I mean, I guessed it was the Doctor, but, my kids, I don't know what my kids thought, but it was my husband that went, oh, when Janeway got shot. It was really
nice.
Funny.
That's awesome.
So, even the grown-ups, it's kind of like a shocker,
So is he a big Trek fan?
He is a normal Trek fan.
What's that like?
Like a normal person who likes Trek, not like us.
I'm not following.
Yeah, right. Yeah. What's that like? I don't know.
That's someone
he'll
who's
watch
just
it, with me.
earlier in their fandom, and they haven't completely
right.
embraced it yet.
I just haven't worked on
understand.
it hard enough to bring him to our dark side. But it was actually nice. We watched it as a family all together. Mm-hmm. So
that is awesome.
My husband and my three kids, and my three kids loved it. They were so into it. Awesome. And we basically, we split it up into, chunks, like movie-sized chunks, and over a couple days, a few days, and it was the best. It was a lot of fun. They wanted to keep going. They always wanted, I always had to be the bad guy. So one more episode, Mom. No.
Well, at least it's not school nights.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, I was grateful it was the summertime.
And how old are your kids?
So they are 14, 12, and 10.
Okay.
So they're perfect age for this season too.
Oh yeah.
Like perfect, because they can understand. They got everything. They weren't too young to get the concepts. So it's kind of nice how season 1 they were the perfect age for season 1 also. A little younger, and then season 2 grew up with them. So this is kind of perfect.
Yeah, they're the age that I was when I was watching DS9 and Voyager.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
TV was so different back then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I love this episode, and they decide at the end, I love it's like Chakotay and Janeway with the kids in the back seat. A little family minivan. Shuttle. So cute. And they decide.
I love the doctor hamming it up as dying Janeway for.
Oh my God, he does such a good job. It's so funny. Like it's classic.
And
doctor.
The comment on the
classic
comms too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
sounds like a fun time.
Yeah. and he gives that ridiculous.
Should be a real
title.
humdinger.
That's what it was.
That's what it was, humdinger. And
I'm a doctor, not a covert operative.
Yes, I was glad to hear one of those.
He gives the title of his hollow novels, Ridiculous, Dirk Danger, and the Loom of Doom, or whatever he says.
Something like that, yes. That is certainly a title.
Yes, isn't that such a Tuvok line? Like you can hear
that's
Tuvok
beautiful.
Saying that.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
That certainly is a title.
Yeah.
How can I be logical and also not encourage him to talk about this anymore?
So they managed to release the loom, and at the same time, Iltheron has started the rebellion against Ascension, and things are looking up.
Yeah, and we're just gonna run headlong into the season finale.
Yep. We just have to fix that pesky timeline problem.
Yeah.
And we've got 2 episodes to do it, so I've got faith.
Faith of the heart.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Their time is finally here.
Mm-hmm. Literally, metaphorically, physically. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I do. And either of you have anything more we want to say about these 4 episodes of Prodigy?
I liked the callback of Wesley having to be the navigator or the helmsman again.
Yeah, that was
just
really nice.
It's been a long time since I piloted anything, and then it's been a long time since I had to walk anywhere. That was cute.
Yeah, and Janeway telling him that I know you were a Starfleet officer, and from what I read, you're a damn good one. And she says like that's what we need now. It's just a very like inspirational captain speech. It's so nice to hear Janeway say that to Wesley Crusher. Like that's so cool. Who would have thought we'd ever get anything like that?
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, Jen, thank you so much for joining us to talk about Star Trek Prodigy.
Thanks for having me. So
where can our listeners find you? Do you have any work you want to mention?
Yeah. So I've been writing the Prodigy reviews for TrekCore.com. You can find those on there. I'm slowly working my way through it, doing it as fast as I can.
Right.
But all 20 dropped at once. So,
yes, we had similar issues.
Right. So,
we're familiar with the situation.
But look for those because those are slowly being uploaded there, and we've also got some great articles about all the canon connections that are in Prodigy, and some great interviews coming up. I was lucky enough to get a chance to speak to Dr. Erin McDonald about this season, so that was a lot of fun. She's awesome, and
I think I saw that interview was just posted. I think it was either today or yesterday.
Yeah, I think it's up there now, and she's great and fun, and she makes science fun. So
absolutely,
yeah. So, there, and I'm on Twitter at Eat It Quarks.
Come to Quarks. Quarks is fun. Come right now. Don't walk run. Chrissy, where can people find you when you're not dramatically pretending to die?
Yeah. In addition to Heritage Diversity, you can find me on History with the Szilagyi here in the BQN. That's that twice weekly short history podcast I do with my fellow historian partner Jason. And I'm happy to chat about our shows in the BQN Collective on Facebook and on the in the Discord server. And I'm on the various socials as the Goddess Livia, that's TheGoddessLivia, where you can see my opinions on Star Trek history and leftist politics. Thad, where can people find you when you're not using an industrial replicator to create a new ship?
I mean, if I had one, I probably would never not be doing that. But
that's the point. Might not all be ships. Might be some other stuff,
That's true.
Yeah.
I'd have to make a holodeck, obviously.
Yes, for sure. Obviously.
You can find me on Twitter. I am at Tyrannicus. That's Tyranicus. You can hear me on the podcast I do with my friend Carl called License to Spiel. That's license spelled with a C like the British do it. Where we started out talking about the James Bond films, and once we ran out of that, we started talking about other movies and films. Films and shows.
Movies, films, and shows.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, a movie's a movie, but a film is like,
Well, then in that case, we're never talking about films. I was about to say you can hear me somewhere else, but there isn't actually anywhere else you can hear me, so that's it. You can also, if you're going to be at STOV, you can find me there, which this episode should be dropping a few days before STOV. So
yes.
So definitely come say hi. That's pretty much it.
All right. Well, don't forget all of the other great shows here on the BQN Podcast Collective. Here's a recording of Amy Nelson to tell you all about them.
What shows are on BQN, you ask? Well, here's a rundown of some podcasts you might be interested in. All Good Things, a Star Trek Universe podcast covering all of Trek, hosted by Amy, Mark, Christos, Kelvin, and Kristen. Whether you've got Xbox or Nintendo, check out Bargain Bin Gamer, a YouTube show hosted by Davey, a self-proclaimed gamer who specializes in reviewing and showcasing affordable video games. 2 episodes enter the arena, 1 comes out victorious. Join hosts Joe and Kevin, and a guest, as they debate which should win the Batleth battle. Grab your popcorn as you listen to Cinema Z, a film discussion and review podcast showcasing films you probably missed, but should definitely check out. Hosted by Mark and Matt. Don your apron for The Food Replicator, where Matthew eats and drinks his way through the Star Trek cocktail and 3 cookbooks. Beam Aboard Galaxy Class, a Star Trek Next Generation podcast covering all of TNG, hosted by Steven. In order to not repeat it, listen to History with the Szilagyi, a snippet of historical events from around the world, hosted by Chrissy and Jason. For the newest Trek coverage, check out Infinite Diversity, hosted by Chrissy and Thad. Curl up with a good book and delve into beta canon with Peter, host of the online Trek Book Club on Twitter, and his new companion, Trek Book Club podcast. Test your Trek knowledge with Treksperts Quiz, a Star Trek quiz show hosted and written by Davey. Whether you're a member of Starfleet Federation or Planetary Union, go check out Union Federation, covering current Star Trek and the Orville, which we all know is really a Trek show, hosted by Kyle, Kevin, Amy, and Haley. Head over to YouTube and watch The View Screen live on Sundays, your Trek-inspired talk show hosted by Calvin and Amy, with Season 2 starting in September for a 10-week run. Spill the tea with Christos while he discusses current Trek news and events and explores the world of fandom via guest interviews, all with a LGBTQIA+ perspective on what's the tea about. And for our Patreon members, we have the Hive Mind with monthly script readings, Let's Fly, a Discovery reaction show, It's Green, a cornucopia of topics, Amy's Math Moments, a quick look at math moments in Star Trek. We know you have a choice of podcasts to choose from, and we thank you for listening to BQN. Assimilate the audio.
Thank you very much for tuning into Infinite Diversity. Thank you to Zach Tripp for the wonderful theme music, and Mark White for the awesome show art. Please subscribe in your favorite podcast player, and don't forget to rate and review us there as well.
And if you'd like to reach out, you can find the network on the socials at BQN Podcasts, or our show specifically at IDIC Podcast. You can also talk about any and all of the BQN podcasts in our Facebook group, the BQN Collective, and join our Discord server. When you next hear from us, we'll be finishing up our episodic discussion of the second season of Prodigy. Until then, we bid you peace and long life.
Yeah, no, Donatello is absolutely engineering division. You are correct. What was he? Was he Spock?
I think so. I don't remember.
That kind of works too. He logics his way through things. Yeah, I could see that.
But he does. Donatello does machines.
Or did they do it based on their masks? No, because hold on, I'm looking them up again. They couldn't do it by their masks, because it's not like Michelangelo has a corollary.
Yeah, no, and Leonardo was Kirk, wasn't he? Or he was Command, anyway.
And then, yeah,
there we go, yes. Leonardo was Command. Raphael was Bones.
Yeah. That makes
Michelangelo was Scotty, and Donatello was Spock, complete with pointed ears.
Come on, man.
Yeah, no. That doesn't work.
But I guess you can't. Nah. Michelangelo with Spock ears. It wouldn't make sense personality wise, but it would be fun. Like, give Michelangelo the fun ears. Like, that would, you know.
But they didn't have to, like, correlate it with characters at all. They could have just been like, here's Ninja Turtles in Starfleet uniforms.
I mean, they did do it with characters, though, because, like,
I know.
They all the uniforms in the ranks, and Raphael was wearing, like, McCoy's, like, short-sleeve surgical shirt.
So I said they didn't have to. I didn't say they didn't.
Yeah, now I'm annoyed about this, too, Jen.
Right?
Thanks for that.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
You should have bought both the Michelangelo and the Raphael and combined them.
Pop their heads off and...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's smart. I should have done that. I have to switch their legs, too. But yeah, there's nothing, like, on their torso.
Well, I mean, they do have, they actually do have on their, not on their torso, but on their, they all have, elbow pads that match their masks.
Darn it.
But you could pop off, you can also swap out the arms. As someone who has done custom Playmates action figures, you can, all you have to do is stick it in some boiling water for about a minute, and then it softens because
Enough
the
to
head,
pop it
the
off?
head and the forearms are softer plastic. They're like a rubbery plastic. So if you stick it in boiling water for a minute, you can just pull it off because it gets sort of
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I've done some like custom figures that way. Like I've got my Riker from Generations right here, actually.
Sweet.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
They never did this one,
No.
it's actually it's Captain Sisko's body and Thomas
that makes
Riker's...
sense because he had his uniform. So
it was, yeah. And they had a Thomas Riker on DS9 uniform, but they didn't know what the episode was about, so they just put Thomas Riker on O'Brien's body. Riker had on O'Brien. So I took the arms and head from that Thomas Riker figure because the TNG one wouldn't work because the neck wouldn't have been long enough to fit in the DS9 uniform.
Oh, that's impressive.
So anyway, just now I want to buy some of these Ninja Turtles and swap some body parts.
I might have to commission a Donatello Scotty. Oh, that's fun.
I love it.
I was at a con earlier this year where there was this one booth that was just nothing but custom Star Trek action figures.
Oh, cool.
Like they had just made so many, and if I'm being perfectly honest, most of them looked awful, but some of them looked pretty good.
It's some gems hidden in there.
Yeah.
Well, do I have to blow my nose in the 24th century?
Do they have Sonic tissues?
Sonic tissues.
I've wondered that.
Well, I don't think you do have to blow your nose in the 21st century because they talk about how they don't get colds anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but there's got to be that moment between.
But on the other hand, when they do have they know what they are because there's that TNG episode when they're all getting sick on the bridge but they can't leave because they've got people down on the planet. And Worf is talking about how he used to sneeze, and Geordi asks him if it's a Klingon sneeze, and he says it's the only kind he knows. And
that's cute.
Yes.
So they do know about
Season
it.
1.
Yeah.
Well, and there's that. There's a Cardassian cold that outs the admiral that's working with Ensign Rowe. He's walking around with a handkerchief.
That's true.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And he gives it to the Cardassians, and that's how we know that. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There's still gross handkerchiefs in the 21st century.